Hi everybody, it's Debbie here. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Northern Ireland, and I'm going to show you a really quick and easy Christmas card to make using the Peace on Earth stamp and dies. Okay, so we've got a piece of cloud cover. Okay, and then we are going to add to that a nice piece of the Peace on Earth DSP. Okay, and that size there is 10 by 14.3. Okay, and then we're going to get this little square and we're going to stick it on the diagonal. Okay, and I'm going to stick that flat, and I want it right there. That looks straight enough. Yep. Okay, and that little square is 5 by 5 centimeters. Okay, and then I've cut these strips at 1 centimeter. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to glue them, not all of it, because we're going to put that there. We're going to make like a shutter card, but a cheat shutter card. Okay, so I'm putting that one there. Okay, and what I can actually do is maybe trim that off and use that for that bit. So you're only gluing really the pieces that are going to stick on the card. You'll maybe have a little bit hanging over. So we're going to glue that bit down there. Okay. And then we'll grab another bit. This bit needs to be slightly longer because it's going to go right off the card. So even if you put your finger roughly where you want the glue to end, and then put that, and you're going to buff that right up against that one. Okay, and then your last bit, you're going to put that one up against there. Okay, so I want the glue about there. Oh, that one moved a little bit. Okay, so just make sure that they're all glued well down, and then turn it over, and you're just going to trim off your little bits which are hanging over. You use those again. And this one's on a bit of a corner, so we're going to cut it that way, and then we'll have another little bit there. We'll just take it off. Okay, now you might have to go in a wee bit at the edges here and just put another little bit of glue just to make sure that's sticking down. Okay, and then we can decorate it. Okay, so I'm going to use Peace, Love and Joy. And I'll bring a wee bit of grid paper in just to make sure that I get this straight. All right. And I'm using Secret Sea. I'm just gonna hopefully get that on straight. Okay. Close that up. And just cut that. All right, bring my card back in. I have little die cuts here. I have got the little sprig and it's in the glitter paper, and that's the cloud cover one, and then I've die cut the lovely little dove in the Secret Sea glitter paper as well. So easiest way to put this down is use a little bit of skinny glue, as I call it. And we're just going to lay that about there. Okay. And then bring in some dimensionals for our sentiment. Okay, and I'm going to put that about there. And then a couple more dimensionals on our little, I don't know whether it's a dove or a bird. I think it's a dove. It looks like a dove. I'm going to put that about there. So there you have it. Quick little shutter card made with the Peace on Earth, the glitter paper and the DSP, and very quick and easy. Okay, thanks for watching. See you soon.